Stanford University.
My research focuses on the ways in which media and media technologies interact with American cultural history. How was it that in the 1960s so many people believed that multimedia psychedelia would transform us into a new kind of person? That vision comes weirdly from the 1940s, a time when we believed that mass media, cinema, newspapers, radio, would turn us into fascists. In 1940, a group called the Committee for National Morale gathers in New York, and it includes 60 of America's leading intellectuals, Margaret Mead, Gordon Allport, a variety of others. They come together and they come to believe, and they theorize, two things. First, that there's a thing called the democratic personality that is the heart and soul of a democratic nation. And second, that we need to find a kind of media that helps produce that personality, because that's how we're going to stand up against the incredible power of Nazi Germany at that moment. So what kind of media might produce a democratic person? Well, it would be a kind of media that allowed us to make choices, to knit together the sounds and images that surrounded us into some vision that was uniquely our own, and yet to do that together. So we would be individuals acting in concert in relation to the media that surrounded us. This is the idea of the democratic surround. By the way, I hope you're hearing a little bit of the early rhetoric of Facebook here. You know, surround us with media to make ourselves. That's an idea that has permeated American media culture now for 60 years. In late 1930s New York, there are half a dozen unemployed Bauhaus refugees who have been building multimedia environments in Germany in the 1920s and 30s for entirely other reasons. They hook up with the theorists of the Committee for National Morale, and they begin to design multi-screen, multi-image, multi-sound source environments that could help potentially produce democratic people. That aesthetic and those communities stay together for 30 years, and in the 1960s bring us a kind of psychedelic utopian imaginary. We've always thought that imaginary came from a pushback against the generation that fought World War II. On the contrary, it grew directly out of their radical innovations.
For more, please visit us at stanford.edu.